Hey guys, Tiffany Ofili Porter here, where I discuss all things life after sport. And in this video, I am going to be talking about how me getting inducted into the University of Michigan's Athletic Hall of Honor caused me to stop and pause and reflect on my journey and why you should do the same. So for those of you who are new here, I used to be an athlete back in the day, and a pretty good one if I might say so myself. And back in November, I was inducted into the University of Michigan's Hall of Honor, and it really meant the world to me. To go back to the state where my love for athletics was birthed and the university where that talent was really nurtured was a very special experience. But to receive this honor at my beloved alma mater, alongside my family and friends, is truly a moment that I will never forget. And as I was preparing for the Hall of Honor induction, it caused me to stop and really think about the journey. And now that it's over, months later, I'm still left reflecting on what it meant to me. So here are 4 reasons why having those periodic check-ins to reflect on your journey really does make a difference. Number 1, it provides perspective and gratitude. Reflecting on your journey can help you appreciate the progress that you've made and appreciate the people who have helped you along the way. Regardless of if I was preparing for a big race or preparing for a super hard pharmacy school exam, periodically stopping to see how far I came was encouraging even when I was in the trenches. Most lofty goals seem impossible at first, but if you stop to truly celebrate those small wins along the way, it will just help you to keep things in perspective. I often talk about the importance of community because life has shown me that we can get so much further when we do have those supportive people in our corner. So while we are checking in with ourselves, it is important to note who is there when you are grinding, when you have those losses, and when we have those wins. During the Hall of Honor induction, I paused to just look at all of the people that were there supporting me. And honestly, their support meant just as much to me at the induction as it did while I was competing. When you find your tribe, be intentional about appreciating them and find ways that you can be of use to them as well. It is important to uplift others and to be a light in their lives just as they are doing the same for you. Number 2, reflecting on your journey increases self-awareness. Reflecting on your journey allows you to have a deeper appreciation of yourself, your values, and your goals. And this self-awareness can help you make better decisions and to set meaningful goals. One of the questions I was asked during the speech portion of the Hall of Honor induction was, what was one of the greatest lessons I learned during my track career? And I had to have a level of self-awareness to be able to effectively answer this question.
Your experience at the University of Michigan, what did you take with you from that time you walked on campus to the time you walked onto the track at Olympic Games?
I would say, number 1, the importance of relationships. With track being an individual sport, you sometimes think, oh, it's all about me, but I was able to meet my husband when I was 17, and now 20 years later, 2 kids later, he's still my anchor. And then just all the faces here who are supporting me throughout the years, through different phases of my life. Thank you guys for all being here. It just shows the importance of that relationship, and that's not lost on me. I definitely do appreciate that. And although I discussed the importance of relationship, because if you can't tell by now, it is very important to me on my value list, I ran out of time to discuss a second lesson that I learned while running track. And that is being committed to a goal will eventually pay off. This was true while I was competing against the best athletes in the world or when I was studying for an exam during pharmacy school. Putting that work in and persevering will be worth it in the end. And even now, as I'm comfortably in the middle of retirement, as I am pursuing other interests and have new goals, I'm still reminded of the importance of remaining committed to your pursuits day in and day out. Number 3, reflecting on your journey can improve your goal setting and planning. By assessing your journey, you can set more realistic and achievable goals. It helps you to effectively align your aspirations with your capabilities and your resources. When I was asked how the University of Michigan helped to prepare me to be an Olympian, I immediately thought about how constantly being surrounded by excellence naturally forces you to step your game up.
Why Michigan? Why did you decide I'm going to go to the big pond and I'm going to see if I can swim with the big guys?
I think just the tradition that Michigan had and the excellence. And I knew if I came to Michigan, they could help nurture that talent to help me do great things. Put me in those spaces to be against the best in the world and prepare me for greater and better.
It sounds like you like a challenge.
I definitely do like a challenge. I've never been one to back down from it.
Knowing that I was effectively able to achieve those goals that I set many years ago gave me the confidence that I needed to know that I could do it again in the future. Now, even though my aspirations may look a little bit different now that I'm no longer a professional athlete, I still understand the importance of being specific in what you want to achieve and being strategic in how you plan to do it. For example, as I've transitioned out of homeschooling my daughter full-time, my goal of having her be completely ready for kindergarten hasn't changed. I've watched videos and I've consulted other experts in the field on supplemental work that we can add into what she was doing in school during pre-K. And now that it's the summertime, we're still going strong with that goal. Being intentional about making our home lessons fun yet effective may be challenging on some days, but will be worth it in the long run. Just because things may look different than how they were years ago doesn't mean you can't pull lessons to where you are in this stage in your life. Number 4, periodically stopping to reflect on your journey also encourages you to learn from your experiences. Reflecting on your experiences, both successes and failures, can provide valuable lessons. It helps you to identify what's worked in the past, what didn't, and by doing so, it allows you to avoid making the same mistakes twice, which can ultimately foster personal growth and development. When we experience setbacks or disappointments, it's wise to pause and pull lessons from them. Here are some real-life examples of what that can look like. Did you fail to get hired for a job that you desperately wanted? Let's pause to reflect on how we can improve our interviewing skills. Did you have a failed romantic relationship? Let's pause and identify the role we played and areas for improvement to help avoid that the next time around. Did you miss an important deadline at work? Let's pause and reevaluate our time management skills so we can put systems in place to help prevent us from getting overwhelmed in the future. Whatever it may look like for you, growing from our failures can be just as useful as learning from our wins. The key is an intentionality behind it and a deep desire to pull lessons from every single situation, good or bad. Now let me go ahead and pause right here. If you are enjoying this video or videos like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel because I have plenty more videos lined up for you guys. I love giving advice and just using some of the lessons that I've learned to help my people. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, make sure you join the family. My Hall of Honor induction truly was one of my proudest moments, and I've been blessed to have quite a few. It reminded me of the importance of reflection regardless of where you are on life's journey. Doing so provides perspective and gratitude. It increases your self-awareness. It improves your goal setting and planning, and it encourages you to learn from your experiences. Self-reflection really is a valuable tool for personal and professional development, enabling us to make more informed decisions, learn from our experiences, and grow as individuals. I hope this video was helpful. If you guys enjoyed it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I mentioned before, subscribing if you want to be part of this family. Thank you for tuning in, and let me know down in the comments if there's anything you want me to elaborate on in this video, or if there's anything that you want me just to touch on in general. I'm always in my comments, responding to everybody, taking suggestions, and just being a resource in any way that I can. So with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. All right, so this is us. Chi-Chi had her bangs today with the glitter dress. JJ has his cute little bow tie. Excuse me, don't mind the mess in the background. My little dress had a little detail in the back. JP, come over here and get in the photo. My husband was looking like a whole snack. And it's done. The Hall of Honor was so good. We had so many awesome people coming to support us, and we're just appreciative. So now we're going to get these kids to sleep. Can you say goodnight, JJ?
Good night.
Can you say goodnight, Chi-Chi?
Good night. I already said good night.
You already said goodnight.